Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also check out our Patreon page. I'll put a link below. On Patreon, you're going to get the ability to get exclusive content, reviews that haven't been released yet, and also a discount code for 15% off of everything in our online web store. Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do a new arrival video for this week's new vinyl arrivals. This is for the week of June 6, 2020. Got a few more Prince titles that came in, part of his reissue campaign that's been going on now for the last couple years. One Night Alone. This is the after show. This is a double disc LP on purple vinyl. Concert from 2012. Guest appearances from George Clinton. And then they did a, now this I think originally was a CD box set, maybe 6 CDs, and you got both pieces together, but for this they split it up. So this is, let's see, One Night Alone Live. So this is a 4 LP box set. I'm guessing these are on purple, yeah, purple vinyl as well. This is again essentially the show, 2012 tour, and this would be the after show. You know, Prince was pretty notorious for inviting his friends and people he met that he liked, just random people to an after show. He just played a lot of music. He was a guy who could play, you know, 8 hours straight, no problem. So this is kind of the result of that particular tour. All of this stuff can be purchased online at our website at www.theingroove.com. The Ataris, Blue Skies. This is on white vinyl. This is the Upsetters, Return of Django. This is actually number 2, 1000. And this is on orange colored vinyl. Paloma Faith, The Architect. I have no idea what that is. Blink 182, Buddha. This is a gold vinyl variant that came out this week. Some new old vinyl. Dead or Alive. This is a, let me see, I think this is 30th anniversary edition. White vinyl on this one. Here's another title by Music on vinyl. Let's see if I can pronounce this. No, I cannot. This is number 2, 3,000 copies on pink vinyl, featuring the the Grammy nominated song, Breathing Underwater. Yeah. All right. Muzz, self-titled. The debut album, 25 years in the making. Joe Louis Walker on white vinyl. This looks like a lot of good guest appearances on this. Albert Lee, Kebmo, John Sebastian, Mitch Ryder. Yeah. A lot of actual new arrivals this week. We're really starting to pick up the pace. I'm starting to get a lot of great restocks. I'm starting to see a lot of worthwhile titles starting to make its way back into the pipeline. You know, a month ago, a month and a half ago, we were getting a lot of, you know, shortages. Stuff that was supposed to come was being delayed, but they're kind of starting to cram the stuff that was probably made and awaiting to be shipped months ago. They're starting to cram that into this week's, not this week's, but these later weeks of the virus. They're cramming the releases all in now to get them out, get their money going. Badly Drawn Boy. I'm guessing a lot of this stuff was sitting in a warehouse collecting dust. This is a 2020 remix of Nice and Easy, Frank Sinatra. New stereo mixes. You know, I don't know if it needed a new stereo mix. I think some of the absolute best sounding records are those early Capitol Frank Sinatra records. They are absolutely spectacular. You get real clean ones. You want to go for the early original pressings. A little later on, early 60s, when they built the Capitol Tower, I think they went back and they ran everything through their echo chamber. And a lot of the later pressing stuff, and by later I mean, you know, the subsequent reissues from the early 60s, they added a lot of echo to those albums. But those original Frank Sinatra Capitol pressings are absolutely fantastic. Even by today's standards, they're really audiophile quality. The Ghost Inside, now this is an indie exclusive on colored vinyl. This is a opaque magenta mix. So yeah, this is the indie exclusive retail store only variant. Camila Cabello, her newest album, released on vinyl. Looks like this is going to be a double disc maybe, because it has includes etched vinyl. No, actually it looks like, yeah. You got a side A, B, C, and then side D is etched on this one. This has been out of stock actually for quite a while. This is one of the records that I recommend on, I think I did a video a while back, the top 10 in-print analog records that you should own. Check that video out if you haven't seen it, but this is one of my favorite titles on that list, Lou Reed's Transformer by Speaker's Corner. Absolutely amazing sounding record. You should own it. You know, some of these Speaker's Corner records, when they go out of print, you know, they did a Steely Dan, they did the Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, 100, 200. You know, Yellow Brick Road now is, I've seen prices getting crazy on that. I seen one recently sold for $400. So this is a really solid title. Maybe, you know, it's not going to ever pull the money that Yellow Brick Road does. Just because that's Elton's probably considered one of his best, if not his best album. But an album you absolutely should own, back in stock. This is another title from that video that I've been out of stock of for a little while. This is The Cranberries, done by Analog Spark. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we? This is an amazing sounding record. You're not going to find a lot of 90s records that were done on analog tape. This is one of those. Again, this is on that list of 10 analog records you should own. I'm actually going to probably update that list pretty soon. Some of the titles that were on that list have now gone out of print. You know, vinyl is ever changing. You don't want to wait on these things, because I deal with people on a very frequent basis who come in looking for something that recently went out of print. And if it's a solid title, a good audiophile title, a record like this could jump from $35 to $100 in a week. I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but certain titles you shouldn't wait on. Another new release by Speaker's Corner. They actually do a lot of classical titles. They do a lot of stuff from the Decca catalog. They do a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of the UK pressed classical records from the golden era of stereo, the late 50s, the early 60s. A lot of those UK pressings are considered the best. And they do a lot in that era of that catalog. Records that go for thousands of dollars. Not familiar with this particular record, but I've had a lot of good luck with the classical Speaker's Corner titles. A lot of them are actually quite good. Another new release by Speaker's Corner, Terry Collier. Haven't heard this one yet, just got it. This is another new arrival by Speaker's Corner, Carly Simon, No Secrets. Now again, Speaker's Corner is a German audiophile label, but a lot of times the records are cut, plated. Here, they send the metalwork over to Germany and they manufacture the records. This is actually mastered by Kevin Gray, one of the top mastering engineers in the world, so should be quite good actually. Got some more of the European broadcast type records. This is the Rolling Stones. This is a compilation of studio sessions. This is stuff that essentially is legal to manufacture in Europe because of their copyright laws. Their copyright laws are slightly different than ours. After X amount of years, those items go in, those recordings go into public domain. Another one of those types of recordings. I'm not sure of the quality on these. I have not listened to them. This is John Coltrane and Miles Davis in Stockholm, March 22nd, 1960. Very, very, very shortly after Kinda Blue, and it actually looks like that's what they're touring. Track A is So What. Another Miles Davis Coltrane title, Copenhagen 1960, March 24th. Again, this is slightly different set list, but it starts with So What as well. Probably the album they were touring at the time. Great lineup. Look at this. Miles, Coltrane, Wynton Kelly on piano, Jimmy Cobb on drums, Paul Chambers on bass. That's it. Nirvana, Roam As You Are. This was a TV broadcast from 1991, November 91. This has been something we haven't had in a while. Billie Eilish. This is an import picture disc. I think it's a UK exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so a lot of stuff came in this week. Again, all of this can be purchased on our website at www.theingroup. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Until next time.